Nathan. Okay, so I have your watch here. This is your father's 6139. Based on my initial looking at it, I did not expect that I would see numbers quite like this. It's been running back and forth, but I thought it was going to be giving us much worse numbers than this. 204 isn't bad, and it's hideously out of adjustment, so that's kind of funky. It's still low, but the point is that it's much better news than I expected it to give you based on what the watch looks like and how much wear it's had and the work that it's had. But, so that's good news. It's relatively clean. It's horribly out of adjustment, but that's not a big deal. But the amplitude is pretty okay. That's good news. So let's look at it, shall we? This was your father's watch, and it had a long and serious working life. And that can be told by a few things. But first, let's talk about the movement. Definitely hazy, definitely had moisture inside. You can see the green here, that's copper getting pulled out of this weight by moisture. It's been flopping around. You can see all the wear on here. Well, your movement ring spring is gone, so there should be a movement spring right here, a warpy spring. I have them. That's why this thing's been flopping around. It's had some crazy work done. I don't know if you can really see this right here. See that little chunk of metal? I don't think the I don't think this movement ring holds anymore. It's too worn. Gosh, I don't even know if I can get this out of here. There we go. Yeah, it's pretty worn. The little divots here, whoops. The little divots here are what hold the, yeah, look at that. And somebody was busy machining them out too. Okay, so this whole ring is bad. We'll just have to replace it. And so what they've been doing, what they did to try to keep the buttons in is they put a little coil of wire around the inside of the button to sort of act as a washer. It's a really kind of it's a funky way to deal with the problem. So I'll want to get that apart and get that out of here. So I'm going to close this up without the movement ring spring just so we can flip it over. Oh, one thing I wanted to check. Something else that's interesting too is whoever was doing this work used the wrong screws. These are either not Seiko screws or they're the wrong kind of screw entirely. They're an internal screw like this. The sort of flat machined head like this, Seiko uses these in a couple different places inside the movement, but not here. They should be round topped like that. So somebody was in here doing some funky things. Your movement is absolutely a B movement. It's got the adjuster here. It is a B movement, but the bridge says A, so it has a replacement bridge. I'll need to look at that. Oh, and it's pretty roasted too, because you can see all the wear here on this chronograph bridge, and that's from the weight hitting it and grinding it up. So I'll have to, no, that's pretty loose. We're probably gonna have to replace this winding bridge too. Okay, so I mean, it's a watch that had an active life. Would you stop it open? Your lower mainspring arbor port's pretty tight, so I'll be interested to see what that's all about. So I'm just gonna close the back up really quickly, and I'll go back in and deal with that wire and everything else. In terms of cosmetics, the dial surface isn't that bad. It's a little hazy. The loom is obviously severely damaged on the hands and the dial. I wouldn't hesitate for a moment to reloom this. This doesn't look good. It doesn't help anybody. And it would look much better if it were cleaned up and reloomed. Your crown is not correct, by the way, at all, and I don't think your stem is complete. So actually, let me check that. Hang on just 1 second. Let's pull that stem. Let's see what we find. Okay, I bet you we're just going to find an empty stem with... Oh, no? Oh, dear. Okay, so... There's your indicator gear right there, indicator ring gear. It's on backwards. This is, I'm sure, going to be just a general, a stem for this general movement type, not this specific model. So we're going to need, and this is all rusted. I may be able to clean that up, but chances are very good that I'm going to have to build you a complete stem, all 4 original parts. If I can save this, I will, but you are going to need a genuine, correct stem that has the square section. You're going to need the right crown. You're going to need the spring, and then we're going to have to see if we can clean this gear up or if we have to replace it. I do have all the parts. It's not inexpensive, but I do have them. Okay, so that's pretty funky. But again, the movement is running. The watch is here. So I think, I mean, it definitely can be done. I absolutely can clean it up. It would certainly look a lot better if I did. You're going to need some parts. We're talking probably a complete stem, a complete movement ring spring, and movement ring, like the whole assembly. We're going to need that. I would definitely recommend relooming because it would look a whole lot better. Case rebuild with seals, crystal. I'm going to be interested to see your lower mainspring arbor port because this is pretty tight. Maybe somebody did some good work. And we're probably going to need a winding weight because when that corrosion starts, it doesn't tend to stop. And we've got to get that out of there because having corrosion dust running around your movement is not good. So we're looking at an oscillating weight. And then we're going to be looking at the winding bridge as well, what they call the framework with ball bearings. So that's going to have to be done. So it's going to be a fairly comprehensive butcher's bill. But the good thing is your chronograph wheel is good, your hands are original, and the watch is a runner. So we can definitely bring it back, and it would look a whole lot better once we did. It's just, you need to, I will give you specifics on all these parts, and then you can make the decision about whether or not that's something you want to do. Okay, you let me know. Thank you.